Is Ja Morant's meteoric rise turning into a fall from grace? Can Ja Morant withstand the relentless NBA pressure cooker? Is Ja Morant's once promising career now hanging by a thread? Could injuries, setbacks, and growing pressure have already sealed the fate of this young basketball phenom? In this video, we're going to dive deep into the whirlwind of events that has everyone talking. Ja Morant, a two-time All-Star, recently grabbed news for the first time in recent months for the wrong reasons. His involvement in several scandals lost him not only 8 games, but also $39 million in bonuses. Troubled summer. It's challenging to try to comprehend and make sense of what is currently occurring to Ja Morant. His young career is being harmed alarmingly quickly by the Memphis Grizzlies' scarred antics off the court, as he quickly returns to another issue after leaving a significant one. In any case, in the summer of 2022, the 23-year-old NBA player's trails of huge controversy began. Jamie Morant, Morant's mother, and a store clerk at a Finish Line shoe store in a Memphis shopping center engaged into a verbal altercation in July 2022. She contacted Ja, who promptly arrived with a group of around 9 people shouting and threatening the shoe salesperson, according to a Memphis police report. Morant and his companions were demanded to leave the mall parking lot by a security guard when they were confronted by the director of mall security. The police report states that when Ja Morant walked out of the building, he added, "Let me find out what time he gets off." Unexpectedly, Ja Morant got involved in another incident involving the police 4 days after the first one. High school athlete Joshua Holloway, 17, alleged that Ja and his pals jumped him on the court at Morant's house. On the side of his head, he had a sizable knot when he departed. Holloway also asserted that Morant's sister got involved in the altercation. It's interesting to note that a third Memphis area police station handled another Morant-related incident in September, right as the summer was about to come to an end. This time, the incident occurred in the Germantown, Tennessee high school where his sister attends. Ja, his parents, Jamie and T, and many unidentified males showed out to the volleyball game to intimidate the student after his sister, Tanea Morant, and another student got into a fight during the game, when a member of Morant's gang apparently surged past one of the officers, smacked a student's cell phone out of his hand as he tried to record, and threatened to beat him. The officers reportedly sought to defuse the situation. Regrettably, months passed with little response from the general public or media attention to the allegations against Morant. Even after he was sued, the detectives assigned to the investigation refrained from questioning the basketball player in depth. His mother, Jamie Morant, was listed in the police report as having an unknown last name. Morant's best friend, whom the boy claimed had struck him in the jaw, was also omitted from the report, protecting both she and her son from public scrutiny and oddly packed. But in an unforeseen turn of events, John Pack brought their off-NBA antics to the league just a few months later. A fight involving the Indiana Pacers' T. Morant and Andrew Nembhard, a guard for the Indiana Pacers, engaged into a verbal confrontation on January 29th during the Memphis Grizzlies game against the Indiana Pacers. Ja and even Pack stormed onto the floor to yell at Indiana Pacers players as the incident heated up. Before Pack was taken out of the game, the Pacers' Chris Duarte and James Johnson were also involved in the brawl. It's interesting to note that even after he was taken out of the game, there were accusations that Pack accosted Pacers party guests in front of their team bus, and that later, a passenger in a vehicle Ja was riding in allegedly pointed a red laser at the Pacers bus. A couple Pacers players and a security guard stationed nearby reported that they believed the laser to be mounted on a gun. The NBA, however, said that it was unable to determine that any individual threatened others with the weapon, following an investigation into the incident that included reviewing security footage. Although the league never punished Ja for his deeds, Pack was undoubtedly prohibited from going to games at FedEx Forum, the Grizzlies arena. Yet, in an unexpected turn of events, a month after the Pacers incident, the guard's success with flashing pistols ran out. Lightning gun Ja Morant appears to have developed a habit of flashing a gun over the previous 12 months. And although he wasn't charged or arrested in the prior charges, he faced worse consequences in March 2023. The guard went live on Instagram in a Colorado strip club hours after the Grizzlies lost to the Denver Nuggets and displayed a revolver while singing along to the song "Bring Him Out" by the rapper Youngboy Never Broke Again. Some of the dancers at the club were reportedly terrified to death by the gun. Yet, after investigating the incident, the police came to the conclusion that there wasn't enough evidence to file charges against him. Since it is against league rules to bring firearms on team road trips, the NBA also launched its own investigation. Nonetheless, he was later suspended for 8 games and dropped from all NBA teams, losing him $39 million in contract extension bonuses. Nonetheless, he apologized for his acts, and that he was taking a break from basketball and that his behavior did not represent who he is. He looked to be given a second opportunity by the Grizzlies and the league. He was a young player at the time who admitted his error and accepted responsibility for it. Sadly, Morant might have already abused his second opportunity. Just recently, another video of Ja Morant clutching a gun appeared. The public's response was harsh the first time, but this time around, Morant has come under far more scrutiny. Analyst Shannon Sharpe claimed to be angry at Ja Morant and everyone who initially supported him. Also, he declared that Ja Morant should be stripped of his NBA contract and sponsorship deals. NBA star Patrick Beverley claimed on his podcast that he thinks Ja Morant would not be in the league today if the same scenario had occurred 20 years earlier. Fat Joe added his thoughts to the discussion. He said it appeared as though Ja wanted to be dismissed from the league. He also cautioned Morant about the company he kept, saying that he didn't think that they had his best interests at heart. Lil Wayne, a rapper, had a different viewpoint on the All the Smoke podcast. He is from a town of around 3,000 people, Wayne added. What do you expect? He received $200 million from you. I only mentioned a town of 3,000 inhabitants. You anticipate him to be accountable? No, we're just tripping. Now the major question is, will Ja Morant be out of the NBA? Naturally, viewpoints on the matter vary. Some believe Ja's acts are sufficient grounds for the NBA to fire him. Others observe a young man who has erred. Ja's position as a major star appears to have two sides. He is nearly too talented for the Grizzlies to let him go. On the other hand, his rock star status justifies greater civic accountability. The crucial thing to remember is that, despite the fact that Ja's actions were extremely dumb, they were also legal, as JJ Redick noted on ESPN. It does not seem feasible that Ja Morant's NBA career is ended because there was no legal violation. The general public's opinion could change, and the NBA could suspend him for a very long time. His brilliance, though, makes it almost impossible for the Grizzlies to waive him. The squad is also committed to a nearly $200 million contract over the course of the following 5 years. That money will be paid whether they release him or not. It doesn't seem like Morant will be released, even though the NBA and Memphis Grizzlies will hopefully take the proper action to punish Morant and provide him the assistance he needs. Furthermore, there is a very good chance that another NBA team would be prepared to take a chance on Morant's talent alone, even if the Grizzlies did release him. Ja still has his prime basketball years ahead of him at the age of only 23. Ja Morant might not still be playing in the NBA if things had been different. And there you have it, the intriguing journey of Ja Morant's career, dissected from every angle. We want to hear your thoughts. Share your comments and insights down below, and don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. Until next time, take care, guys.